guitarist Dan Carson.
We are just getting warmed up!
Hey guys, this is Yorkshire guitarist Dan Carson, and today I'm going to do my first full guitar teaching video, and this is a song by my favourite guitarist called Yngwie J Malmsteen. This song is called Deja Vu, and it's a song that I recently covered on my YouTube channel. It's one of my recent covers, so I'll leave a link in the description for you to check that out. And if you want to get yourself one of these cool t-shirts that I'm wearing now, I've got a merchandise store on Teespring. Again, I will leave a link in the description, and if you want to buy a t-shirt like this, you can get one from there. Let's get into the lesson now. So there's quite a few sections of this song, and I'll start with the main riff, which is in the key of F sharp minor on guitar, and it goes like this. And you repeat that 4 times. So again. So as you could see, there was a little change on the second part. Now, as you know, the F sharp harmonic minor scale is this. That's 1 octave, except you don't use those notes on the D string. So we're going all the way up. We're going 2, 4, 5 on the low E, and then 2, 4, 5 on the A, but in a different pattern like this, in thirds. And that's what we do on our ascending part of this riff. Now we have a descending part of this riff, which goes like this. And that last part is very hard. Well, not very hard, but it's quite tricky. But I'm going to break down that last part again. So we go. So we've got an open A string there. We've got 4, 5, 2, 5 on the A. Open 5 on the A, and then we go 4 on the low E to 5 on the A, and then we change that 5 on the A to a 4 on the A, and we still play notes on the low E like this. And that part is tricky because you basically got a little bit of a F5 chord there. F sharp 5, sorry. But yeah, you've got your harmonic minor note there, which is the 1st fret on the low E string. And thing is, sometimes, because on the track it is pretty fast, and it is quite easy to not play that right at times, and sometimes I don't play it like that. Another way around it is this, because it's coming at you that fast, sometimes even I have to cheat a little bit on that end part, and if you want to cheat, here's another way you can play it. And what I did there was instead of going to, I went 1, 4, 2, 1 on the low E. So the last part of the main riff, before we move into the verse, takes place 4 times after playing that what I just showed you. So that what I just showed you, play that 4 times, and then we end the main riff with this. Again, which is using semiquavers in that F sharp minor pattern, but this time it's a little bit different. We go. I'll just play that slowly. So again, we're going up the first 3 notes of your F sharp minor scale. But we go to the 4th fret on the A string, and then we repeat that but an octave higher. So we start on the D string, and it's the same notes but an octave higher. So we go 4, 6, 7, then 6 on the G string, and then we go 7 on the B string, and then we go all the way to 9 on the high E string, and we go 9 to 5 on the high E string, and back to 9 on the B, 6 on the G, 7 on the A, and then 6 on the D, and then we go 8 on the A, and then 9 on the A. But there's a little pull off there, I think. So I'll just play that for you very, very slowly. So yeah, there are some pull-offs there, and that is a very tricky way to finish it, especially when it's going at you fast. But yeah, just honestly, just skip back the video if you need to, and just play it slow as many times, and remember to go up and down with your picking hand as much as you can, and you'll get there. Just take it slow. Now we're going to get into the verse, and what we do on the verse is we start literally, this part's a lot easier. We start off with that note that we left off on at the end of the main riff, of that F sharp, and then we go to an E5 chord on the A string, so we go So I'll just show you that. So again, we start there, then we go to that, then we go to the E5 chord on the A string, then we quickly strum another one, but without your pinky on the 9th fret of the G. So we go. And then we also have a pick, so those last 2 chords were, and this is just like 1 chord per bar kind of thing. So we just go, and that chord there is like, let me think, that's like a B major chord, but with an E flat in the bass. So we go, so I'll just show you that chord voicing. It's 6 on the A, 4 on the D, 4 on the G, and 4 on the B. And yeah, I know it sounds a bit fuzzy through this amp, but that's the chord. So again, we've got. Then we have like a little pick scrape, and then we finish with a D major on the 5th fret of the A. And then we do that again with a slight variation. We go back to that F sharp chord. Instead of the F sharp note, we start it this time with an F sharp chord, but with a let me think, a C sharp in the bass this time. So we have this. Then we slide down this time to the E, but with a B in a bass. So we have this. We can add another pick scrape there. And then we finish with those 2 chords again. Then we go into the pre-chorus, which I'll show you next. So now we go into the pre-chorus, which goes like this. the pre-chorus, I mean, we play a lot of this. A lot of the pre-chorus is centered around this kind of C#5 power chord, and the cool thing is about this, like if you want to make your own solos, I'll just give you a quick tip. The C# Phrygian, the C# Phrygian dominant mode will be a good mode to use for improvising over this type of riff. I'll just play that like this. So, but we'll leave that for another day. Here's the riff. So again, it is that C#5 on the A string, but I wouldn't fret it with your pinky. I would do it like this. So you've just got your C, and then you've got your C#. Sorry, you've got your C#, and on the A string, you've got your 6 on the D, your 6 on your G. But we do it with this. We do it with just this finger, and I don't know if I can get him out, and that finger. So because we want to, so we can move our pinky to the 7th fret of the D and G string, like this. I don't know if you can see. So what I'm doing is, I'm strumming these 2 notes. Got strum them 2 notes, and then your C# on the A string, and strum it a few semiquavers. So we've got, and then we go 7 on D and G. So we go, so we alternate between those 2 a bit, and then we eventually go to these 2 notes, which is 4 on the D and G string. So we go, so we go, and then I'll just play that riff very slow because it is quite tricky. I'll just play it very slow for you. So we go, we go from C# to B, then 5 on the low E, 4 on the low E, 3 on the low E. Then we go into the chorus. So we start our chorus with almost a full F# minor. I wouldn't go for the high E on the 2nd fret. I wouldn't quite go that far. Just, you know, because especially if you've got distortion on, it can sound a bit too much. So just go. And then we've got, so we start off with that chord. And we've got open A string, 4th fret A string. Then we've got a power chord on the D. We've got a D power chord. And then we've got like a, let me think now. We've got, this is like a B major chord, but with a, this is like an E flat / B. This is like an E flat / B chord. And then we've got a D major chord on the A, and then we have a picking sequence in the F# minor scale, which goes like this. So, and then we go back to that. In fact, no, we just play the F#. We don't do the chord the 2nd time round, so it's just. And then we do the thing on the open A to C#. And then we do that chord again, that E flat / B, and then we have this E power chord, but with the open strings hanging out. We strum the open strings. And then we've got like your harmonic minor note, which is an F. mean, I always had a pinched harmonic, you know, because I'm clever. But if you want, you can just play. And those two notes, I think, are in one bar, are both in the same bar, because most of it's like kind of a one chord per bar thing. But yeah, I'll just play the. So it's kind of it's a two-phrase thing. It's a two-phrase chorus, but I'll just play it all for you very slow. There is a bit of a pattern to it, and I'll just play it very slow now. So it goes. So yeah, those last two notes of the chorus are in the same bar, so just remember that. Right guys, next I'm going to teach you the solo, which is the hardest part of the song, and unfortunately I can't play it exactly like Yngwie Malmsteen. I have had to cheat a little bit on this, but I have kept it as close as I possibly can, and basically I've taught you most parts now. I will teach you the chords behind the solos as well, but I'm probably just going to play them slow. But I'm going to get into the solo now, and I'll show you how I play the solo, and it is very similar to Malmsteen. So here we go. Right. So on the original solo, what happens is when we do this last part of the riff, there's a little change. The last part of the main riff, which is. We go all the way there. Instead of there, we go here. But you know, luckily, there's like, when I did my cover, I did the lead guitar separate to the rhythm, and but you go here on the lead instead of there. You go here. So we go like this, and then it starts off with a legato lick. And I'm just going to play that very slowly. It's on the F sharp minor scale, and the F sharp minor scale starting on the A string is this. So we go. And actually it's the F sharp harmonic minor scale. Well, it's actually both of them kind of mixed together. So we go like this. So that's the first lick. Now into the main solo. On the actual record, we start with this B minor arpeggio round here, and on the actual record, it's like, I think it's like a 3-string sweep pick, which I'm not the best at, but it goes like this. Something like that. But this is how I play it, and I'm going to show you how I play it. So I actually do a B minor major 7 there. So I go like this. So I do some of it in triplets, and I have a tiny bit in semiquavers, because playing triplets at that speed, at that BPM, is pretty fast. So this is how I do it. And then there's inversions too. So the first one is there, and then there's another one here. And bear in mind, you've got to play these directly after one another. I'm just playing it slow for the sake of the video. So we go here. So, and that's the first part. And then we take that pattern, but almost like a higher inversion over here. And this time it's more of like a B minor add 9, if you like, sort of arpeggio. So we go. Then we go back, but in semiquavers, to this inversion. Then back to here. And then this is where it gets interesting. We go to these diminished arpeggios. So here I do some string skipping, which is also different to what Yngwie does, but it's the same arpeggio shape, so it hardly sounds that much different. So I do a string skip there, and then just there. So we go. And then we kind of do that again. And then we go back to these B minor arpeggios, which are. And there's a slight difference there. On the last part we just go. So I'll just play the first part of the solo slow all together. So now we'll go to the next part of the solo, which goes like this. So we start it with kind of like this D major string skipped arpeggio shape, and we just go. Then we've got this other arpeggio like this, which is like a B major arpeggio. So we've got D major. Then we've got B major, but with that major seventh. But we end it quite abruptly. Instead of going, we just go. Then we take that shape a fret up, same pattern again. And again, a fret up. And then we've got this with the F sharp Phrygian dominant mode, which is. So we've got some harmon and pull off thingies there. Then we've got a bend here on the 21st fret of the high E. And then we go into this picking sequence here. Again, this time using the F sharp harmonic minor scale, like this. I think that comes slightly off beat, so we've got. And then we've got some legato, and then we have this part starting on the 15th of the B, again using the F sharp harmonic minor scale. So we have. And that ends on the 10th of the G, and then we have some diminished arpeggios, no string skipping this time, just straight up downward sweep picks, 3-string downward sweep picks like this, also ending in pull-offs. And we do this, we go up all like, this is a trick Yngwie does a lot as well in his songs, just going up this diminished arpeggio like this. So I'll play that again. And again. And then this part is where it gets harder, because now we're doing like, this is kind of like an F sharp add 9 arpeggio kind of shape. So we start it on the 17th. So we go, and then we do that again, but starting on the 19th. And then this time we stretch this pinky all the way to the 21st. So we go. Then we go back to 19, so we go. So I'll just play that very slow this time. And we've got like 4 slides to that 21st. I think it's 4. No, it's 3. I think, yeah, it's 3. We've got 3 there. Then we've got some bends. We've got a bend on this 21st. And then, like, it's a full tone bend, so a full bend. And then back down. In fact, no, we just do a full one up. There's no going down. And what we do there is we do that full bend, but we go up chromatically all the way to the 23rd fret. So we go. So, yeah, and then next we go. We've got another scale run, kind of coming in off. And we go. And again, that's using the F sharp harmonic minor. And then we start with like this B diminished part, but it kind of leads into another F sharp harmonic minor run. So we go. So I'll just repeat that again. So it's a little bit like the main riff, but kind of higher up. Then we go. Now, thing is, this lick's very fast, and I always end up doing something different every time. But this is one of the things you can do. We go pull off here. So this is one thing you can do. So we've got. Then we go. Then we go. We've got a bend on the 10th fret of the B. And then this is the lick that closes it up. So we've got this pattern here. And then we do a pull off from 10th to 9th. And then we do a string skip to the 9th fret of the B. So we go. So we go. Then we put this pinky on the 9. And then we go here. And then we end it like that. And that's the solo. I'll just play that last part very slowly again. So. Then I'll do it very slowly now. To finish off, we've got this wah section. And then we go back into the chorus. Right, so that's pretty much most of the song. There is now just the chords underneath the solo and the and there's a little bit of an outro, but it's only 2 chords. But to save some time, I'm just going to play those parts really slow, because all the parts I've just taught you are like the key parts of the song. But I'll just show you like what little's rest, what little's left, and but I'll just play it slow. Not going to go into too much detail. So this is what's played under the solo. So we have this. that riff there, you just play that about 7 times, and then on the 8th time there's a pause. You just don't do it. You don't do that on the 8th time. So the first 7 times are. And then of course the last time is. And to finish the song, there is a little bit of an outro. There's a part where he just plays the main riff and then he plays these 2 chords, which is C5 but with a G in the bass. And then 2 Fs. Right guys, so that concludes my lesson for Deja Vu by Yngwie Malmsteen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And as you could probably see, it's a difficult song. And I hope me breaking it down for you has helped you out. And if you'd like to see me do some more instructional videos, let me know in the comments. And yeah, peace out. See you in the next one, guys.